Top of the morning to you, Saxons. Welcome back from spring break.
I'm not ready for this.
We're your hosts. As you know, I'm Rory, and this is my cousin Bori.
Today is April 12th, 2022. Students who are looking for a way to join the workforce can go to the College and Career Center for jobs that are available and looking for high school students.
Seniors, once you have decided on your plans after graduation, don't forget to stop by the Career Center and have your picture taken for the Where Are You Going wall. Please support DECA in our Bike-a-thon at Cyber Bar on April 15th, 6:45 p.m.
There are several classes here at Ferris teaching English to immigrated students. Those classes are the ELD classes. ELD stands for English Language Development. Here's one of the teachers, Mrs. Mills.
I want the students at Ferris to know that we have a wide range of students from other countries, speaking other languages, practicing other religions. I think we have 20 to 30 countries represented at Ferris, and we have such a huge wealth of diversity here in our school, and you could easily learn about these other countries, about Iraq, about China, about Guatemala, about the Marshall Islands, just from the kids that are sitting next to you in class.
A lot of people at Ferris are not going to travel the whole world. They're not going to go to all of these countries, but they could have a friend from that country.
ELD's main goals are to get its students to be able to read, write, listen, and speak, but the overall goal is to set them up for success in America.
But one success that we have had recently is that each year we have a test to test students' proficiency, and in the last 2 years we've had 20 students reach proficiency on that exam and test out of ELD, which is a huge accomplishment, especially with half of that being online learning.
And Ferris has always welcomed the ELD students, and when we give them a good start, we're impacting their family for like the next 100 years.
Here at Ferris, we have many talented teachers, one of which being Victoria Rouse, who put together a book named Finding Refuge that is about students that previously attended Ferris.
So the book is a collection of the stories of some of my students. I always have them writing about their lives, and frequently they're writing about coming to America, and so I collected the stories, and then I went back and talked to them, where are they now?
Her book shows the students' stories starting with where they're from, why they left, how they got to America, and the lives they found.
Some of the countries are not places that people would know, so I wanted to have the country map and a little bit about the country. Sometimes people don't realize that these countries have long histories, interesting histories.
At the beginning of each chapter, Mrs. Rouse goes over where some of the stories are from, describing the country, the history it holds, and the reason the people left.
Sometimes when people are reading about refugees, they think of them as damaged goods, like, oh, these poor, pathetic people. And it's important to know that they had good lives at one point, and then history kind of hit them in the face. Bad things happened because of politics or whatever. History happened to them. And those bad experiences may have caused them some problems, but they overcame those problems.
I hope everyone considers buying Mrs. Rouse's book, Finding Refuge, and is able to take away some insight from the book's stories. She will also sign copies if you swing by her room.
Those of you who are into the fantasy genre where you can choose your own character and adventure, your niche might be D&D Club. Here's a closer look.
You just started standing.
D&D is essentially a role-playing game where you can roll dice to determine the effect or outcome of your actions. So everybody has a fair chance to play and is turn-based. I have been a fan of D&D for a couple years, and I thought that this would be a great chance to meet new people and just play one of my favorite games.
So we have campaigns, and they're run by DMs, and basically each of those are separate campaigns with their own separate stories and worlds. And we basically just play D&D for a really short amount of time.
Being a DM basically means that you create the fantasy world and the set of rules that your characters have to go by.
My cousin plays D&D, so he talks about it a lot, and it got me interested, so that's basically how it started.
I've always wanted to play D&D because it seems really funky to be able to do whatever you want in a fantasy world and just have fun. I've just never been able to find people to do it with me.
We meet Tuesdays and Thursdays in Mr. Chambers or Miss Kortner's room from after school to 3:45 p.m. We mainly just play in our campaigns and hang out, have fun. It's a great community to be in. There are a lot of great people in the club.
Just roll the dice and see where it takes you. It's fun just seeing where it goes.
Hey Ferris High School, Mr. Lewis here with Yuvia Garcia. You may have remembered that we talked to you about First Gen Club before spring break, and we're here to remind you.
So when is our first meeting?
The first meeting is today at First Lunch in the College and Career Center.
I hope to see you.
In sports news, tryout packets for dance teams are now available in the public office.
Those of you who are looking to try out for cheer and spirit teams can register now on Family ID. Make sure to register for tryouts in the open gym along with a current physical and Family ID.
The tryout meeting for cheer is tomorrow, Wednesday, April 13th, right after school in the MAT room, and tryouts begin Monday, April 18th. If you have any questions, check out the Ferris Cheer website, or please contact Mrs. Schutz in the public office or by email.
Spring sports are in full swing. Here's a little more about this year's tennis team.
I've been doing tennis for 3 years now. I first started it because I didn't want to do a team sport, and then I just kind of fell in love with it.
Just go out there, have fun. It's the first match of the year. Just relax, have a good time.
You know, tennis is just a great sport. It's something you can play your entire life, and it's just, I don't know, it's just a really fun sport. It's difficult to get into, but once you're into it, it's just a great thing that you can, like I said, you can do for the rest of your life.
You practice every day. Varsity practice is until 4. You get there as soon as you can, and then varsity is right after that. It's definitely not for everyone. It's a pretty unique sport, but you meet a lot of cool people, and it's nothing too crazy. It's not like super serious or competitive. You can just kind of have fun with it.
Make sure to follow @Ferris Saxons on Instagram for school spirit, photos, and school announcements.
Thanks for watching, Saxons. Stay safe, healthy, and 3 feet away.